So today I show you how to make a future pop intro.
Tell me there's another way, but without you, darling. Wish you love, wish you love, wish you love. That you're safe and good after all. Wish you love.
Now you're not going to believe how easy this is. It's so easy, you're going to kick yourself once you see how easy it is. You know the drill. If you like this video, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and let's do it. So as you can see here, I've got just a couple of synths and a vocal. Let's listen to these individually.
Tell me there's another way. Tell me you don't have to go.
Now this synth is basically just one synth in 3 layers.
Tell me there's another way. Tell me you don't have to go.
Sounds good already, and that's so important. If this doesn't sound good with just vocals and just a synth, I'm sorry, your song's gonna be pretty crappy. So once you've got that solid foundation down, let's set the structure. Now the structure, I'm basing the structure off the vocals. So we have this first half here, that is a verse, and that's a build. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push this across to here and have the verse and the build in these 2 sections. And then this is just going to be an intro for the song. And then I'm just gonna duplicate this. That's it. That's how simple the structure is. All right, so next up is just to add some Foley. And all Foley does is it helps fill out the audio spectrum. So it's good to pick something that's really subtle, that also has its own character about it. So I like using a riser, and I also like picking some rain. And now all I'm gonna do is just kind of cut it to length. This riser, let's listen to it. That's it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put another one here like that, and I'm gonna reverse it so it goes the other way. All it's going to do is fill in the background, and then the rain, I'm just going to put a low cut on it like this. So let's listen without the Foley. With Foley. So now you've got your Foley down, it's time to just start laying some really chilled, relaxed drums down. Now I like using clicks, shakers, some really chilled hi-hats. So first up, let's find a place where we can place this stuff. So start with the hi-hats here. And a good place to start is, you got your intro, then you have the vocals, and then you want to chuck something in, and then you can make another change, whatever. So I'm going to put the shakers here, and I'm also going to put the claps here, clicks here, sorry, let's listen.
I will be standing here, waiting for you all night long.
Okay, I'm going to take this one out because I want to change it up a little bit there. Now with this here, this is just a crash. Probably a bit loud, but this is good to help transition in between areas. So one there, one there, one there.
Oh, wish you love, wish you love. That you're safe and good after all. Wish you love, wish you love.
Okay, for the bass, I like to use a Reece bass, which has some really nice high grittiness to it. But for the notes in this, all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the low notes. I'm going to paste them down in here. Let's change it to the same color. And let's listen to the bass now.
Oh, without you, darling. Wish you love, wish you love, wish you love. That you're safe and good after all.
You can hear how it just fills out that low end and gives it that little bit of crispiness in there. All right, so the next tip is probably the most important tip to make your intros sound professional AF. So in order to do that, you have to add some backing vocals. Now you can, if you don't have any backing vocals, you can use the original vocal for backing vocals with some minor changes. So I want to add some stuff in here.
Oh, without you, darling.
Oh, without you, darling. I want to delay that, but I also want to make it sound like it's a different singer. So if we copy this section, bring it down to here.
Oh, without you, darling. Oh, without you, darling.
That's exactly what I want. Now, this sounds the same. I want to change it. So one way to do this is to grab a formant shifter, which I like to use a little alter boy, and you can just lower the formants like this. Makes it a lot easier. If you don't have little alter boy, what you can do is, click on it, Control J to consolidate it, because we only want the small file. Come over to our formants, click on Complex Pro, and we're going to raise this up about 4 or 5 semitones, and then we're going to lower the formants down just below halfway. Then we're going to click on this and consolidate again. Now, whatever you raised it, you're going to lower it. Now, if we listen to this. So let's listen to both of them now. Alright, another really cool little trick that I like to do is I like to do reversed reverb tails from my main vocals. So if we just duplicate this main vocal track, solo that actually, all I'm going to do is I'm going to Control E and I'm going to delete all of this, and I'm going to put a reverb, and in this reverb, let's see how long we got, 1.2 seconds. Let's put like a 3-second tail on it.
Tell me there's another way.
Yeah, I like that. So what we can do now is right click and go freeze track, right click, flatten track. Now you can see we have this little bit here, which is our reverb tail. And all I like to do is I like to reverse this, duplicate this, but then reverse this one. So now it goes. Okay, one last thing for the backing vocals is we can add a really catchy one-shot or really catchy vocal sample in the intro, and we can use that as a backing vocal in the verse. So find something that you can sing to, hum to, that you find really catchy. And also, we can put that somewhere into the verse or the build, so that ties it all in together. How easy is that? Just a couple of catchy vocal layers, and it changes the whole song. Okay, and last but not least, we have automation. And automation is really cool because it keeps the listener interested by the most subtle changes over time. So let's do this. So I like to use auto filters, I like to use utilities, and I also like to use frequency shifters. So first up, let's automate this cutoff on the auto filter. So right click, show automation. Now for an intro, I just put like a bit of a rise like that on it. And then along here, I'll just add some kind of bits of randomness in there. Just so it keeps the listener interested. For the utility, I'll also show automation on that, and I'll put a slight increase in volume. Very subtle. And for the frequency shifter on the fine knob, show automation. And in here, I just like to do a whole bunch of little clicks like this randomly, and then just move some of these up and down like this. Let's just add some very slight detuning to it. Okay, I forgot to add some stuff. So now the final touches is adding some rises and stuff like that to build into your build. Now the long rises, I'll just put right up before the drop here, and the down rises, I'll probably go something like this.
Tell me there's another way. Tell me you don't have to go.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. Or if you want a whole bunch of free stuff, you can visit my website at offthebeat.com.